This is The Huddle, presented by the Midwest Christian Boys Football Camp, otherwise known as Man Camp. Welcome to The Huddle. Hey friend, I'm Mike McCurry and you are in The Huddle. We're joined again this week by Pastor Joe Grimaldi, pastor for many years, coach at football camp for many years, but you've also, in a multitude of different sports, you've been a referee, you've been an umpire, you've been all these different things. Talk to us for just a moment. Realize we are so blessed with a great officiating crew at football camp. But talk for just a moment from the coach's perspective, but also someone that's been doing it for a long while. Talk to us about preparing for football camp as a referee.
Yeah, you know, I refereed public school football, or not football, basketball, for 42 years. And, you know, we laugh about the referees and joke about it all the time. But they are a vital part of what we're doing. Amen. You know, we've been blessed to have saved men, godly men, as officials and referees at football camp. But we've also had unsaved people there. We've had referees get saved at football camp, and the impact that it has on their life can't be taken lightly. But you know, there's some things that I think that the referees need to do, and that is to start to prepare their heart spiritually for what's going to take place. You know, on the field. The interaction between coaches and players and referees becomes very vital. And here's why it becomes vital. Because when we have a game and there's a bad situation, they go to the chapel time and they are replaying that argument, that discussion with the referee, and they're so aggravated about it that they can't focus on the preaching. They can't get past it. And it sounds very trite maybe, very immature, but that's the way competitive men are. Mm-hmm. And because of that, we need to try to keep all of the conflict to a minimum. Now, I'm big on the fact that the call is the call. You know, are referees going to make bad calls? Of course. Am I going to make bad calls as a coach on the plays? Yes. Are my players going to make bad mistakes when they play? We're all going to make mistakes. We're human beings, and we get past that. But there's a way that I can deal with you on the field to kind of minimize the conflict, and then there's a way that I can fuel it. Absolutely. You know, my attitude and my approach to it. What happens at football camp is we all get tired. It's a long week. The referees are tired. We're tired. And we start, you know, tired people start picking at each other and things degenerate from there. So, man, as a referee, if I'm coming into football camp, I'm thinking, man, I want to keep myself on top game. I want to keep thinking about, you know, how these guys are going to go into a chapel service, and I need to make sure I can do everything. Don't change the rules. Don't not make the call. No. Make the call. Matter of fact, I'd rather you make a call and it be wrong than to let something go. Go ahead. They need to learn how to deal with adversity. Absolutely. And sometimes you're going to be blamed for something that's not your fault. But I'm going to try to, you know, yeah, I know, you held the guy on that play, but you're going to do better than that. Don't worry about it. Instead of, well, you held the guy. What's wrong with you? You know, I mean, it's my approach to it. Right. You know, I need to try to mitigate. Yes. De-escalation. Yeah, deflate the situation as much as possible.
Well, in the spiritual application, while you're talking about this, I'm thinking, how does the average church member prepare for Sunday morning at church? They scream at each other on the car ride in. They were up all night playing video games. They didn't go to sleep till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and so you come in bleary-eyed, and you're tired with a short fuse. And so this applies. And then parents, the way you talk to your kids, you're setting a tone. When do you start preparing for Sunday morning church? Saturday. Yeah. And this goes to the entire thought about preparation. We're not just diming out the referees. No, I think you gave some helpful tips, absolutely. But this applies to everybody. And then just that de-escalation, when you raise it to another level on everything, you're probably not helping the situation. You're not helping everybody get more spiritual by just shouting louder than everybody. Sure. And so there's an art to this. It takes practice. We fail every year, probably. Every day for me. Absolutely. But at football camp, things go wrong. But as you mentioned, that adversity, the opportunity to work through some things, it's healthy. Because if they don't do it as 14, 15, 16-year-olds, they're going to be 40 years old yelling at their wife. And they're going to be in your office counseling with you. So consider preparation. Referees, we can't tell you how much we appreciate you. As all the jokes, all the zebra things, can I tell you, we appreciate the referees at football camp. Let me encourage you to be there August 6th through 11th for the 30th year of Man Camp. Join us tomorrow as we conclude this week of broadcasts. Thank you for listening to The Huddle. You can find more information and register for Man Camp online at mancamp1994.org. Man Camp is a ministry of the First Baptist Church in Dwight, Illinois. Join us next time in the Huddle.